Next, we're going to talk about a revenue question. So to figure out your total revenue, that is the total number of items times the price per item. That gives you revenue. It's not necessarily profit, but it would be the revenue, what you're bringing in. So we're going to look at this situation of a video store. They're going to sell 150 DVDs a week at a price of $20 each. So the revenue is going to be the number of items, so that's 150, times the price, which is 20. So our revenue is $3,000. The owner estimates that for each dollar decreased in price, about 20 more DVDs will be sold each week. So let's see, if we decrease the price to $19, I'm going to sell 120, or I'm going to sell 25 more. So now I have revenue. I'm going to sell 25 more if I take my $20 price and decrease it by 1. And when I do that, we have 150 plus our 25 extra, and our $20 minus our 1. And that comes up to $3,325. That's our revenue profit. So we made more. What if we did it again? What if we increased 2 times the 25? And we decreased $1 a second time. So we're going to take our 125, we're going to add $25 a second time, and we're going to take our $20 and subtract $1 a second time. So now we're going to make even more money of $3,600. This is a great idea. So let's try it again. So we have 150 plus our $25. Let's rewrite that. I kind of like the way I typed it in the calculator better. At 25 a second time, and now we have 25 a third time. Now some of you are thinking, why don't we just put in 75? Okay, and then we're going to do $20 minus $1 3 times. So we can come to our calculator. There's a shortcut. We can hit second, enter, and it brings up our previous. And we can turn those into 3s if we like. And that's going to give us 3,825. So if you notice, the more we decrease the price, the more people buy them. How much do we have to decrease the price by to maximize our profit? If we decrease it by too much, let's try something. If we decrease it by, we're going to insert here. If we decrease it by 13 and insert a 1 here, okay, I'm already going down. It's decreasing. I was surprised that that was all it did. Oh, if I sold that many extra, if I decreased the price by so much, I guess I'd be in negative numbers. That's crazy. So, what I'm trying to point out is if you decrease it enough, it'll start to fall again. So let's write our revenue equation. This is 150 plus 25, and notice that this was once, this was twice, this was 3 times, so that's increasing. So we're going to call that X. Over here we're $20 minus $1 X times. Really don't need the 1, but minus 1X. That is our equation. So if we go to our calculator, go to y equals, get rid of your previous equations, we're going to type in 150 plus 25x. That means you're starting with $150 and you're adding $25 a whole bunch of times. You're taking $20 and you're subtracting $1 a whole bunch of times. Now we have this equation. If we go to our table, we can see what happens. The very first time we're at 3,000. Then we're at 3,300, and we started to work our way up. The more times we decreased the price, the more we started to go up. And then we finally got to a spot where we started to decrease again. So we look for the highest value, and there's our highest value. That happens when we decrease the price by $7. We have a maximum income following this pattern. So we maximize income, or maximize revenue, I think we have to call it. Maximize revenue by I'm not going to use the word by, I'm going to say X. When X equals 7. Oh, you can't see that. Sorry. Maximize revenue when X equals 7. So our price is going to be $20 minus 7. That's $13 a piece. And that's going to be 150 plus 25 times 7. 150 plus 25 times 7. That gives us 325 items that we're selling. And we had a maximum profit of 325 times 13. We already knew it from the table, but times 13, that's 4,225. So what we did is we looked for our equation. We did that because we added our money together, we added it a second time, we added it a third time, we added it a fourth time and a fifth time. We would have had to do that 7 times. So it's faster to write an equation, look at your table, figure out the y value that maximizes it, and you can see what it takes for the x value to be. A canoe rental. You run a canoe rental business. You currently charge $12 per canoe, and the average, you average 36 rentals a day. So our revenue, okay, the number of items is 36, and the price is 12. And what we can do is take 36 times 12, so we're making $432 a day. So Industry Journal says that for every 50 cents increase in rental price, the average business can expect to lose 2 rentals a day. So if the price goes up, you're going to have less people renting. You go ahead, pause the video, give it a try, see if you can come up with the maximum revenue. So you've come back from your attempt. Let's see how we did. So we know that we're taking our 36 and we're going to lose 2 rentals a day. So we're minusing 2x. This is 36 rentals minus 2 rentals every time I make a change. I have $12 for each rental and I'm going to increase by 50 cents. So that's 50x, or 0.5x would be fine. I don't need another equal sign there. So there's my equation. I got this because 36, that's the number of items, that's the number of rentals, and it drops 2 rentals a day, so those units have to match. This is dollars, $12 minus 50 cents, so that's half a dollar, multiple times. So we're going to go to our calculator. We'll get rid of the old equation. We'll type in 36 minus 2x and 12 plus 0.5x, or 0.50 if you wish, same thing. And we go to our table and we look for our maximum value. There's 0. Use this information to attempt to maximize your profit. This is interesting. At $432, if I make any adjustment, I start to go down, and it goes down forever. I don't see it climbing at all. So this is a bad problem, but the process is the same. So it happens to be exactly where it's at. Might want to adjust those numbers. But anyway, so no change to maximize. Rental price, $12. 36 rentals. $432 revenue. Besides a graphing calculator, what are some of the other ways we could attack these problems? Well, we know that this is an intercept form, so we could FOIL it together to put it into standard form. We could use standard form, but it would make just as much sense to use intercept form. Find the x value by p plus q divided by 2. Find the max value by substituting x in. So to do P and Q, it wouldn't just be as simple as this is your P and that's your Q. You would have to solve. That would be 36 minus 2x equals 0. So x would be 18. And in this case, 12 plus 0.5 x equals 0. Let's see, that's going to come up with a negative number. So for this problem, what's happening, since I'm going to do it a different method, it took me a second to figure out what was going on. We've got this negative value. That is the intercept. These are x-intercepts. But what's weird about this is it's maximizing on the wrong side of the y-axis. That's why this was a maximum without any change. Not a great problem, but that's what it was. But that would be a different way you could do it. Just use the skills that we've already talked about, P plus Q divided by 2, and then plug it back in to figure out your maximum revenue.